and regained his position. Now running second on the road to Craig Lowndes.
Pretty extraordinary sort of speed from this youngster. He opened 4.19, the gap over Brock over 4 laps. 5 laps down this time across the start-finish line. He's pulling over a second a lap on Brock. In these conditions, extraordinary speed from Lowndes, who really has got the setup on this HRT Commodore. Let's look how they sit on the track at the moment. Brock in second position, of course. Some 4 seconds behind our leader, Lowndes. Russell Ingall in third. Larry Perkins in fourth. And John Bow in fifth position. Don't go away. There's plenty more action at the island after the break.
Phillip Island are wet ones. Actually, no rain falling at the moment. You can still see the wipers on in the Perkins car simply from the spray. He moves up on the inside of Ingall. Good driving.
Yeah, not much chance of running into the boss, is there?
Well, that puts Larry up into third place behind Lowndes and Peter Brock. Ingall now fourth, and John Bow, defending champion, in fifth position. Well, it's been packed with adventure this race so far, and the weather is improving all the time, and first time we've been able to say that this weekend here at Phillip Island. And conditions, whilst they're not ideal by any manner of means, certainly better, and obviously suiting, as Brad Jones pointed out, some tyres more than others as the conditions do improve.
Even the furry penguins have felt the cold this weekend, Wilco. Stephen Ellery, a disappointing start to round number 5 in the shell grey vehicle, has certainly seen better days. Aerodynamic package on it, not what it should be. There's a battle between Russell Ingall and John Bow, the battle for 4th and 5th on the circuit. Russell Ingall shaking up a few of the factory teams with some outstanding qualifying times yesterday, and is equally impressive today in heat number 1.
Well, Russell Ingall posted his best lap in qualifying, tailing John Bow around the circuit, and said, quite frankly, afterwards, as Bow takes him there, couldn't believe that the car was going as well as it was in the conditions. Paul Romano.
Lucky not to get bogged there.
Wouldn't be hard in these conditions.
The nice little dent in the right-hand side for Romano car indicates what may have gone wrong a little earlier in the race. John Bow, the defending series champion, the Shell FAI Ford. We saw him dominate at Mount Panorama round number 3, and it was Craig Lowndes at Simmons Plains for round number 4. And early on today, it looks like it could be the show, the Lowndes show once again. Larry Perkins, Castrol. Looking in at Perkins behind the wheel, and Brad Jones, on days like this, you know you're going to have your work cut out for you the moment you strap yourself in.
You do, and if we get a chance to have a look at Larry, or we don't, but his feet today, they certainly lift off the throttle and make the gear changes nice and smooth. The big thing about driving in these conditions is to try and be as smoothly controlled and not have the car jerk around too much, because with the car being so slippery, or the conditions being so slippery, it's very easy to lose control of the car.
There's throttle control vinyl. We're back with Larry Perkins, the Castrol Commodore VR. And Uncle Larry, being a racer's racer, Wilco, I think he'd enjoy this type of race.
Oh, Larry just enjoys being out there behind the wheel. He doesn't care what the conditions are, because he's a man that's built for speed. He's hard and tough, and he doesn't give an inch, as Glenn Seaton discovered at the first corner, and he'll keep pushing right to the better end. Less than 4 laps to go, 3.5 laps to go now in this first race of 3 for round 5 of the championship.
And the Dunlop runners are really catching up to Brock and Lowndes. Larry is right on Brock, as we can see here, and they're closing in on Lowndes. I wouldn't be surprised for he and Bow to slip by within the next lap and head off after our race leader. And this really comes down to tyres. I mean, the Dunlops, obviously, in these conditions, which are drying, are working better than the Bridgestone. The Bridgestone's probably got a little bit hot, and it's walking around a bit. Oh, and Larry, gee whiz, I tell you, very lucky to keep that car on the circuit there. That's a fast part of the circuit. He did a good job just to ease the car gently back onto the road.
It's amazing how quickly things change. Just 12 laps around this circuit, and it started out in much different conditions, a much wetter circuit, a lot more spray, which, as Brad said, suited the Bridgestones, obviously, but in the drying conditions, the Dunlops coming into their own.
And listen to the throttle application, how smooth and gentle it is. It's, it's just the way you have to drive the cars in these conditions.
This is the battle for 2 and 3. Peter Brock, who was the pole sitter here yesterday, has got Larry Perkins and John Bow right in arrears.
Top 10 placings coming across the bottom of your screen, keep you up to date with just where the leading runners are.
Brock at the moment looking comfortable in position number 2. We saw Perkins with that little excursion off the circuit last lap around. And Peter Perfect doing what he has to at the moment. The mobile HRT Commodore, and Perkins is closing. So too is John Bow. He is right on the hammer. We have a three-way dance to the checkered flag. This one far from over. Lowndes well and truly out in front. This one promises to be a great one. When will Perkins jump?
Well, he'll be trying everywhere he can. The Dunlop runners are a second faster than the Bridgestone guys, and Brock just went up on the curb there and couldn't get on the throttle and allowed Larry pass. So Larry will be pressing off after Craig at the moment. There's 3 laps to go. There's not that much time between them, bit over a second and a half, 2 seconds. So you can look at the distance he's put on Brock already. They're certainly, this is a tyre war, and at the moment the Dunlops are the ones to be on.
And it's John Bow doing the pressing on Peter Brock now, because Bowie, of course, on Dunlops as well. And here he goes, makes a move, going around the outside, over the top of the hill, trying to set himself up for the run through to the next corner, which he has, and Brock drops another place. So it's Lowndes, the leader. Lowndes, the leader. Perkins second. Bow third. Brock is in fourth. And by G. Glenn Seaton's continuing his great run after the first corner mishap, and now pulled himself up to 8th position. And Craig Lowndes leads and has done right from the outset in rapidly improving conditions here at Phillip Island. It's quite unbelievable the way things have improved since the flag dropped to the start of this race. Sunshine now, unbelievably, and terrific crowd considering what the conditions were like earlier in this morning, really enjoying the spectacle here. And Lowndes, local hero, is not letting them down.
Most of the guys circulating in about the 1 minute 48 second bracket. John Bow's the quick man on the circuit, a 1:47.44 last time around, and Bow now pressuring Larry Perkins. The battle for second and third, we have about half a racing lap remaining, and Bow is looking to put the Ford on the front row for heat number 2 a little bit later on in the afternoon. The track is drying out appreciably. You can see a drier line. Oh, Mark Larkham. In big time for the tyres. He'll be calling the panel beaters in between the heats. Craig Lowndes, the race leader, passing the...
And look at the ground that Larry Perkins and John Bow have made up. I tell you, 2 more laps will be very, very interesting. But Craig's timed it perfectly. He's in the lead. It's the last lap, and...
That's all that counts. When you get to the checkered flag in front, the rest can please themselves. And Craig Lowndes certainly looks as though he's going to do that yet again, having made a clean sweep from the previous round at Simmons Plains in Tasmania, and being the winningest man in the series so far this year, sets himself up to take the checkered flag, and it falls for Craig Lowndes. Takes this heat from Larry Perkins. John Bow crossing the line in 3rd place. As Brad Jones says, they were closing rapidly. Peter Brock finishing in 4th position. And a great performance, though, by the Holden Racing team.
The checkered flag has fallen on our Shell race score. Let's see how they finish. Craig Lowndes was the victor. Castrol, Larry Perkins second. The first Ford was John Bow in 3rd. Peter Brock 4th, and Russell Ingall the 5.
6th place went to Alan Jones for Pack Leader Racing. Then Stephen Richards for Valvoline. Wayne Gardner for Coca-Cola finished 8th. Paul Romano in 9th position. And a good comeback for Glenn Seaton to finish in the top 10. We'll roll out the fanfare for Formula Fords after this.